Okay. Hi. So this is gonna be a comparison between two poems called Again and a similar one which uses parentheses in its poem. So the first poem is Again, which was written by Rachel Castillo, and we had And the second poem is called My Father Moved Through Dooms of Love, and it also uses parentheses to uh, kind of give more context for the reader. So one similarity between the two poems are the tone. So the tone in Again is kind of bitter and kind of unpleasant, and and one of the evidence is that, but that was for too many for his secondhand smoke began to seep. So that was from line 30 and 31, and this was when the mom and the little brother in the poem started to feel that their brother was like a drug addict, and they didn't start to feel that they were drug addict, but they started to feel more scared. But yeah, and there's also the tone is also sad, and My Father Moved Through Dooms of Love, because the poem is kind of about a son who's grieving for his father's death. So it kind of talks about how his father was. He kind of focuses on the father's greatness and how he achieved everything, and then he goes on to in the last few stanzas he goes on to the harshness of the society who treat him in a different way, in the after his father has died. And so they both use parentheses to give more context to the reader, and but they both use it in like two different ways. And again, it was like short and short parentheses which give you like little context. For example, when it said I I thought in again there was a quote called I thought he would punch me, and then after I thought there was parentheses saying I hoped. So it kind of gives you an insight to how the speaker was feeling. So and but in My Father Moved Through Dooms of Love, it kind of gives it also gives you more context. But other than that, it also makes the reader understand what the what do you say the speaker was going through, how he felt about everything, and the poem is kind of like a eulogy, you could say, but it was kind of about everything. So he kind of used parentheses to make the audience understand what he was feeling and how he was feeling and why. So yeah, that's it.